Tony. Hi, grade threes. I'm going to be reading a story to you today, and then I have a writing activity to go along with it. The story is titled Someday, Allison McGee and Peter H. Reynolds. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Someday. Someday. One day, I counted your fingers and kissed each one. One day the first snowflakes fell, and I held you up and watched them melt on your baby skin. One day we crossed the street, and you held my hand tight. Then you were my baby, and now you are my child. Sometimes when you go to sleep, I watch you dream, and I dream too. That someday you will dive into the cool, clear water of a lake. Someday you will walk into a deep wood. Someday your eyes will be filled with a joy so deep that they shine. Someday you will run so fast and so far, your heart will feel like fire. Someday you will swing high, so high, higher than you ever dared to swing. Someday you will hear something so sad that you will fold up with sorrow. Someday you will call a song to the wind, and the wind will carry your song away. Someday I will stand on this porch and watch your arms waving to me until I no longer see you. Someday you will look at this house and wonder how something that feels so big can look so small. Someday you will feel a small weight against your strong back. Someday I will watch you brushing your child's hair. Someday, a long time from now, your own hair will glow silver in the sun. And when that day comes, love, you will remember me. Okay, I want you to think about the message of the book, okay, about growing up and changing. And I'm going to show you the task that you're going to try for your writing activity today. Okay, so here's your task. I want you to write sentences about your hopes and dreams for the future as you think about getting bolder. Okay? Your criteria is to try 5 somedays or 5 sentences. Use punctuation. Capitals and periods are a must. I have 2 examples that I'm going to share with you before I let you go try your writing. Okay? The first one is written here on the whiteboard. I titled it Someday. Okay? Someday I want to finish high school. Someday I want to get a job that pays lots of money. Someday I want to buy a fancy boat with my money. Someday I want to sail around the world. And you could illustrate it and color it. Okay? Another example that I have is not so much maybe about growing up, but more so staying on topic with something you love. Okay, so here's one more example. Someday. Someday I want to learn how to play hockey. Someday I want to join a hockey team. Someday I want to be the star of the game. Someday I want to play in the NHL. Someday I want to win the Stanley Cup. Go to it, grade 3.